State team. Nick Myers talked about how important he is, and he gets to go against Andy German, who has much respect for him, the head coach for Cleveland State. Now we get some lacrosse.
Cleveland State coming off a 12-11 overtime win at VMI against the Keydets. Ohio State's second straight affair at home. Tommy Burke, the Vermont transfer, wins the faceoff, and away we go. Cleveland State in the away green, Ohio State in the home whites. A backup goaltending battle. Caleb
With Robbie Stewart in the faceoff X.
Stewart went 9 of 20 against VMI. Burke won the first face. He'll control the second draw. He's the Vermont program leader in faceoff wins, but a turnover.
Cleveland State's came to play so far. It's because of Ohio State's turnovers. They're turning the ball over so easily right now. They have 3 turnovers already. It's resulted in 2 goals. So Ohio State defense really needs to clean things up. We're not seeing Bobby Van Buren on the field right now. We saw him last week go down in the first half. Lower body injury. Now he's on the bench. He was warming up, number 44. He was the Big Ten Freshman of the Year 2 seasons ago, a preseason All-American. So looking to see if Van Buren can't go. Ohio State could be down on defense and could be a big miss or big loss for Ohio State, excuse me.
Burke in white jousting with Stewart. He's going to win his 3rd face today. Still loose, and with a little help from Island, Ohio State able to win the faceoff, but then the 4th turnover committed by the Buckeyes, and to counter is Grayson Day.
Lackadaisical by Ohio State.
Inside lane.
Just missed it with his stick and it rolled behind him, so now Cleveland State's up 3-0.
A ferocious start for Cleveland State. The assist goes to Gavin Held. Greg Langermeyer knifes towards the cage.
Now Ohio State's going to get some. They're off. Ohio State will take that all day with. We talked about how tall McKenna is, 6'6" as an attackman. You can take advantage if you're with that height. And
transfers. Now 11 of the 13 goals scored on the season by the Buckeyes scored by newcomers.
This is the reality of college sports we're seeing in the transfer portal. Not just men's lacrosse, women's lacrosse, but every sport. We're seeing so many newcomers every year, new faces that fans and coaches need to get familiar with. Taught it at a young age. You want to bounce the ball into the goal, not fire a chest pass. Gannon Matthews, the fundamentals.
Tommy Burke's 4th face-off win. 5 if you include that face-off violation.
Hold on to it.
They don't always say it, but lacrosse could be a game of runs. We saw that early. Cleveland State a 3-0 lead, then a 4-0 run. And Robbie Stewart, the face-off man, is denied by Faceoff, and he quickly flicks it to center.
Andy German put his hands in the air like, what are you doing, Robert?
A shot saved off the helmet of Dallum.
They're doing their thing right now.
5.2 seconds left. Tommy Burke wins the draw, controlled by Fisher. And after Cleveland State took 3, and then Ari Allen getting in on the scoring with Ed Sheehan finishing the job. And back we go to start off the second quarter. Robbie Stewart and Tommy Burke interlocking for the draw, and Burke's going to scoop it up. He had a team-high 8 ground balls scooped up in the last game. Almost poked from Cleveland State need to do coming out of this face-off, this time taken by Charlie Williams.
Well, I was going to say win the face-off, but Langenmeyer scoops up the ground ball, where Ohio State's really been doing such an excellent job at. Almost an offsides violation by Cleveland State, but Cleveland State, it's winning this possession, and they're doing that right now. They need to clear it, get on offense. Team is really well balanced as well on offense.
Tommy Burke wins the face-off from Charlie Williams, scoops up the ground ball. This is Dallum's 2nd appearance. His first was last year against the reigning national champs Notre Dame. Played just a minute 33, so he's faced some great competition.
That's no easy task being put in the net with any time at all, and you got to take on Notre Dame. Both teams have Notre Dame. If CSU can get one more goal, cut this to a 2-goal deficit, go into halftime, kind of what Ohio State was dealing with last week against Utah, have some adjustments, understand, especially in the face-off X, that Tommy Burke's most likely going to win all these face-offs, but you can clamp him up from the wings, you might have some success.
Burke has been dominating, and he sets up in an offensive set for Ohio State and will come off. Going to get the assist. How important is it packing that crease or doorstep area when you're man down.
Really imperative because Ohio State's able to have the extra guy, and it's kind of like in hockey sometimes. You have the guy blocking the goalie, one of the wings blocking the goalie, and right there, right in front is Kyle Lewis.
Griffin Valley in the 4 seasons worked into.
They can play with this Ohio State team. It's not an out-talent or out-physical game. It's can they win the faceoff? Now they're going to switch faceoffs to Evan Moskwa. As Robbie Stewart, he really struggled. So there's an adjustment we're seeing right there. Dallum's still in the goal.
Dallum's going to stay out there. He has stopped 5 of 13. Tommy Burke's going to win the faceoff and quickly spurts towards the crease. Shot from Matthews and a goal. The former Viking has his second tally of the game, and it's 7 seconds into the second half.
7 seconds. That's why you get a guy like Tommy Burke right there on your screen trotting away. Burke feeds it as the Fogo, and ripping it is Gannon Matthews. Too easy.
First Ohio State assist for Burke, and he's going to stay out there. Probably the most field time he's seen today on the turf.
Do you want the MVP of the game so far? It's number 9, the faceoff specialist for Ohio State. He's the difference maker. And you can see a completely different Ohio State offense when they're winning the faceoffs and not dealing with injuries in the faceoff X. They dealt with them a lot last season with Drew Blanchard, Matthew Fritz, and on his own. That was a big-time goal from Cleveland State. They really needed that one. And Van Voorhees, second of the day, he's putting on a nice show as well with Wyatt Robertson.
Yeah, 4 of their 5 goals from the Vikings have come from Robertson and Van Voorhees. Now 17 in green, top of your screen. Amiri Austin flicks it to
my first goal ever as an attack, and I'll remember this for the rest of my life. Against Scotch Plains, it hit off my helmet. I missed it, and it still bounced in.
You know what they call that?
Everyone was really confused about that. What'd you ask me?
You know what they call that?
What'd they call it?
Shooter's touch.
Shooter's touch, exactly.
For Fisher, first team all MAC, short stick midi, last year at Wagner. And 7:08 left in the third quarter. Face-off won by Moskwa. Takes a shot. Bounced well in front of the crease. But Van Voorhees the first to get to it.
Tie the in goal. He's doing a great job.
USA Lax All-American last year at St. John's College High School. One of 2 Fayok brothers to play goaltender in the Big Ten. Brother Alaric at Penn State. And the Buckeyes right off the rip. Tommy Burke, another face-off win.
This offense is clicking.
How about a snipe there?
I don't know if he meant to hit it right in the middle of that Ohio State logo in the goal, but it was awesome.
Increases the Buckeye lead to 12-5. Ground ball pick.
With 13 goals allowed and 12 saves.
Not a bad way to begin the college career. In place for Connor Kernan.
So it looks to be you have all your number 2s in there for Ohio
Valley to set things up quickly on the long-range feed.
New face-off man in is Coleman Kraske for Ohio State. So Tommy Burke's day is done with, but get to see Ohio State have some more face-off depth.
Van Voorhees wiggles one.